regional Australia. The reality of modern Australia is that the majority of our export growth, the majority of our business investment, the majority of our best growth prospects are based in regional Australia. The people of rural and regional Australia have always driven our largest export industries, and that is more true now than ever. But, Deputy Speaker, the Labor-Green government's forgetfulness of the people of regional Australia was absolutely breathtaking. The list was long. The list of forgetfulness and failure was long, and it started with the introduction of a failed mining tax in an attempt to create the highest taxed mining industry in the world, the extraordinary attack on the live export trade and the complete failure to open up new export commodity markets, the abysmal failure of the Murray-Darling Basin plan as the Labor Party paid their dues to the Greens with a badly thought-through attempt to recreate a Murray-Darling Basin that never existed, the total failure of the regional NBN, particularly fixed wireless and their so-called interim satellite solution, which is no better than dial-up, the introduction of the carbon tax, disproportionately hampering our exporters against ferocious competition, and the failure to make meaningful investment in regional transport infrastructure. Deputy Speaker, the Coalition Government is the great friend of the bush. We always have been and we always will be. We stand shoulder to shoulder to enable these great lifters of regional Australia with commodity producers and exporters, with country uni students needing to live away from home to go to university, with commuters on long stretches of highway needing safe roads on which to travel, with regional businesses trying to grow their companies and asking for internet and phone services equal to their city cousins. Deputy Speaker, I want to spend just a moment on one of the greatest failures of the last Labor government, the failure in trade. The failure in trade. Over the Christmas holidays, I was very lucky to read a book about the economic prosperity, the economic history of Australia. It was a wonderful book because the point it made was that our prosperity was built on opening up great commodity export markets. In the 1820s, it was the wool industry. In the 1820s, it was the wool industry. It moved to the gold industry in the 1850s, and then back to wool. And by the 1950s and 60s, we recognised the extraordinary opportunity in selling iron ore and coal to Japan. Most recently, we've seen opportunities again in mineral exports and energy exports up into China, and today we see extraordinary opportunities in opening up agricultural exports into China and the rest of Asia. And, Deputy Speaker, we saw Labor not only forget those markets, but destroy the most important agricultural market, the fastest-growing agricultural market in recent Australian history, the live export market. Deputy Speaker, we are the friends of regional Australia, not the Labor Party.
Order. I call the honourable member for Richmond.